Alright, welcome back, guys. Alright, now I've done just a little looking over here, and it doesn't look good. I was hoping this is going to be an easy fix, but looks like we're going to be digging into this thing more. If you come in here and take a closer look, you see we got two wires right here. This wire right here should be a red wire with a gray tracer, and you can see part of it right there. You can see the insulation is pretty much shot. Now take a look at this wire right here. This is supposed to be a separate wire. To me, it looks like it's all fused together. I've cut it back a little bit here, and it's still fused together. This here should be a red wire, so you can see these two right here are just pretty much touching together. So what I'm going to do is it looks like I'm going to have to dig back in here further to get some more access to this here harness here, so I can see how far this insulation is burnt on these two wires. And also, to do that, I'm thinking about dropping down this here panel down here on the bottom, this here metal panel, and this here panel over here. So there's some plastic. Still got a good chance we can break some plastic. Always looking forward to that. And here I was praying for you guys that you wouldn't have to go to this relay center that I've been talking about. So it looks like we may going to be getting a closer look at it. So obviously you guys weren't praying for me. Alright, just a little joke. And one other little thing too, look, right back in here, if you look way back up in there, it looks like some kind of harness tie down back in here. But I can't even get my hand in there. I can't see how it's attached. It's way back up in there, that white piece of plastic. Can you see it in there?
Okay.
So maybe getting all this here metal panel and this here plastic, maybe we can, you know, can get a little bit accessible, get in there. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start taking this stuff off here. Oh, one other thing. I've poured over the wiring diagrams today to kind of see what would happen if this here two comes together. Doesn't look like too much will happen from what I can see. But what I'm concerned with is I've seen bad connections before. They'll heat up and it will, you know, heat up the insulation, but I have never seen it going back this far. So now I'm kind of worried about how much current is coming down on this wire going down to this solenoid. Now, and one last thing, looking over this here circuit here going down to the solenoid, guess what fuse amperage we have for that? There is no fuse, unless you want to call a 170 amp fuse. Comes off of that 110 amp fuse that we looked at earlier. Well, it comes off of that, goes right straight through the ignition switch and right on straight out. So I might do some engineering on this. We're gonna maybe put another fuse in here, do a little bit of protection. Also, probably looking, I want to know what kind of current this solenoid is going to be drawing, so I'll probably hook up the scope. And since this thing is going to be so fast and quick, I want to look at the peak current, and I also want to kind of see what our average current is going to be. But we go over the diagrams and all that, but for right now, we'll do that later. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start taking this stuff off of here. So what I'm going to try to get off is get this plastic cover off. This is going to be a T15 screw here. And that is what she looks like. Alright, maybe we're ready to pull it off now.
There it comes.
Okay. For your reference, looks like we got 2 metal clips, 4 metal clips here. And actually, it looks like, yeah, they're still all on there. Okay. Alright. We'll try to work on this metal panel down here on the bottom. This one here, I think it's a T25. And that's what he's going to look like. Alright, changed up on me. T15. What we got on that one. Okay, a little threaded on that one. But over here, He looks just like the other one. One over here, it's like a T25. That's what we got. Okay, one up here. I can't see that one. Alright, he changes again. Back to T15. Okay, that's the one for him. Alright, let's go over to this side, see where's the other one at. One up there. Same as the other one on the other side. See what else we got here. What's holding it? What's holding it? Just pull it out from the bottom, it looks like, and just drop it down. Okay. Alright guys, now you can get a better shot at that relay center. It's right here, all of that area right there. I'm just looking around myself here. Lots of good stuff in there, ain't it? Okay. Just so I don't forget about it, this slot right here, this is where I took the clutch pedal switch out. You can see it's white. It's right up under the bottom of this one right here. This also is another clutch pedal switch. This one right here is not for the starting circuit. This one is going back to the PCM, both wires. This here is used to, the PCM is looking to make sure that you're not having erratic RPMs during the disengagement of the clutch, and then, you know, so it's looking for wild changes in the RPM that you might be doing with the clutch. I'm not sure what it would do, but you don't need to mess with that one. You can see the slot down in here. There's a little slot. So now you can see it. See how the two pegs right here. One is there, one is there. So you push it in, line up the pegs in the slots, and then turn it clockwise and it'll lock it in. All right, so just want to show you that before I forgot about it. Alright guys, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop this relay center down. Now like I said in the previous video, I don't think there's a lot of wiring here, but we're going to find out. Maybe this might help somebody else who's going to try to do something like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this nut off, and there's another nut right across over here on the other side. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. But let me just go ahead and let's start taking these nuts off. It's 10 millimeter. So what you got? Let me put it right there in front of the light. Okay. And then there's another one. Let me get my head way over there. All right, what nuts off? Okay, you can slide this one right off the studs there. See, it'll lay down. Maybe there is a little bit somewhat accessible. Okay, still not a lot of wire length there though. Alright, pulling down the 13th auxiliary relay panel, the relay center. Now notice up here, see those two, you remember I told you they had fuses up here on the very, very top? See, there they are right there. Why in the world would they decide to put that up there along with these relays? I don't see anything burn. I'm just making a real quick look, you know, to see if I see anything obvious right at the moment. I don't even know where the wire harness is coming in at or anything. But I don't see anything right at the moment. As this relay right here is number 3, and it's marked right up there on the, let's see if we can see it. There you go, see it? Number 3, remember that's the starter lockout relay. So we know that we got at least one wire coming down there from the, you know, from the switch. So let's take a look at that. Well, shows a little bit of sign of overheating here. As you can see, there's that red wire with the gray tracer that's coming up off of the switch. Looks like maybe a little bit there on that one also. So, okay. So we're looking okay right there, I think. Guys, and this harness, like I mentioned earlier, maybe it was hard to see, but there's a little white, like a white holder up here, I guess. And I need to get that just disconnected so I can get this harness dropped down. So let me look at that for a little bit and see what I can come up with. Alright guys, I'm going to close this video out. I am getting a little bit tired, probably a little bit frustrated too, more so than tired. And I don't know how long the video is getting here. So let me close it out and let me look at this a little bit more, and you know, with the harness and that little white block in there, and then I'll keep you guys posted, you know, so you'll get a step by step, see what's going on here. So you guys take care. We'll see you in the next one.